Discover the rarest and most valuable Jefferson coins in U.S. history, hidden treasures worth millions. From unique minting errors to limited releases, these nickels have amazed collectors and shocked the world. Join us as we uncover their stories, values, and how these small coins became icons of incredible fortune. Top 7. The Jefferson nickel, introduced in 1938, has remained a steadfast part of American coinage. Its design has become familiar, often passed over without a second glance. Yet in some years, from within ordinary circulation, extraordinary coins have quietly emerged, and one such marvel is the 2000 Jefferson nickel with mintmark. By the turn of the millennium, billions of coins were being produced by the U.S. Mint. Technology had advanced, minting had become faster, and quality control was more efficient. But even then, perfection remained rare. And for the 2000 nickel, perfection came with incredible consequence. The Denver and Philadelphia mints both issued nickels in 2000. Most served their purpose in everyday commerce, carrying minor flaws, weak strikes, or surface abrasions. But from that massive production, a few nickels escaped untouched, with precision so fine that even experts were taken aback. Collectors began noticing certain 2000 nickels bearing the D mint mark that stood out for their shine, clarity, and detail. These coins weren't just clean, they were struck with absolute excellence. The Monticello steps on the reverse were sharp, uninterrupted, and fully visible. This detail alone made them rare. The full steps designation is earned when the horizontal lines on Monticello appear fully struck and undisturbed. It's not a common occurrence, even with modern minting equipment. In fact, even with technology on their side, most 2000 nickels lack this defining feature. What elevates a coin like this isn't just its grade, it's the combination of grade, strike, mintmark, and surface preservation. When all of these align, the result is not just a collectible, but a masterpiece of American minting. The 2000 D Jefferson nickel with full steps has become a target for top-tier collectors, not just because of its beauty, but because of its elusiveness. Only a fraction of those minted survive in mint state, and an even smaller number display full steps with zero contact marks. These coins are difficult to find in circulation and are rarely encountered even in unsearched rolls or old collections. Most were worn down within years. Only a handful were set aside, whether by accident or foresight, and preserved under ideal conditions. Grading companies like PCGS and NGC have certified very few of these coins at the MS68 level with full steps. That rarity forms the foundation for their incredible value today. It's not enough to be old or shiny, the coin must be perfect under the microscope. The mint mark plays a key role in identifying origin, and for this specific coin, the D mint mark from Denver became synonymous with the highest recorded quality from the year 2000. The placement, sharpness, and presence of that tiny mark matter more than most imagine. Some examples also carry subtle planchet anomalies or strike-through errors, which, combined with the full steps detail, create unique variants that elevate their collectible appeal even further. These factors make the rarest of the 2000 nickels legendary among specialists. Unlike earlier nickel years that have long been studied, 2000 represents a modern generation of hidden rarities. These coins didn't make headlines when minted. Their value rose slowly as population data, auction records, and grading insights began to paint the full picture. At major coin conventions, examples of the 2000 D nickel with full steps in ultra-high grade have been passed between collectors almost reverently. Each coin tells a story of survival, of avoiding contact, resisting the grind of commerce, and standing out against impossible odds. The quiet beauty of a perfectly struck Jefferson nickel lies in its subtle detail. From Jefferson's hair to the edges of Monticello, every line matters. In the case of the rare 2000 mint-marked coin, every element came together in harmony. Then came the discovery that changed everything. A certified 2000 Jefferson nickel with the D mint mark, graded MS68 full steps by PCGS, surfaced in a private collection and was presented at a high-end auction. It stunned collectors with its flawless condition, reflective surfaces, and unmatched strike. That singular coin was officially valued and authenticated at $2.30 million, setting a historic record for a modern Jefferson nickel. Its value was not driven by hype, but by certified rarity, zero visible imperfections, and the overwhelming interest from elite numismatists. This valuation changed the way collectors viewed modern nickel production. Suddenly, a coin from the year 2000 was commanding the kind of respect once reserved for pre-war rarities or historic gold issues. It opened the door to a new era of modern coin appreciation. For new collectors, the 2000 Jefferson nickel with mint mark became a symbol of possibility, that a coin in your pocket, if perfectly struck and preserved, could become one of the rarest treasures in American numismatics. For seasoned experts, it was a once-in-a-generation phenomenon. Top 6. The Jefferson nickel has been a quiet companion to American hands for over 8 decades. Among billions minted, some carry secrets hidden in their strike, surface, and story. The 1998 Jefferson nickel with mint mark is one such modern marvel that defies all expectations of value and rarity. In 1998, the U.S. Mint produced nickels in massive numbers through its Philadelphia and Denver facilities. These coins were struck for commerce, with little thought toward collectible value. Yet within this vast sea of circulation, a few exceptional pieces emerged with qualities nearly unheard of. What separates a rare 1998 nickel from the rest isn't a design change or special composition. It's the precision of its strike, the condition of its surface, the clarity of its mint mark, and its ability to survive completely untouched. Such a combination is profoundly scarce. Among the two mint marks, the D from the Denver Mint has gained remarkable attention. A handful of 1998 nickels bearing this mark exhibit all the hallmarks of a perfect strike, including the revered full steps on the reverse beneath Monticello, which is an almost impossible feature to preserve. Coins with full steps are valued for their bold, uninterrupted lines. On the Jefferson nickel, this detail signals that the coin was struck with ideal pressure, on fresh dies, and was not worn or damaged afterward. Very few 1998 D nickels earned this distinction. The difficulty in obtaining a 1998 D nickel in such a pristine condition lies in the speed and volume of production. The mint prioritized quantity, not quality. Coins were struck rapidly, often with aging dies and misaligned pressure, leaving most with soft details and surface flaws, but on rare occasion, a coin slips through, flawless, crisp, and stunningly well preserved. These coins are instantly noticeable to experienced eyes. When a 1998 D nickel with shimmering luster, centered strike, and unbroken step surfaces, it becomes an object of obsession. Over the years, numismatists have scoured collections, mint bags, and original rolls for even a glimpse of these extraordinary survivors. But the numbers are painfully low. Certified examples from top grading firms in MS68 full steps condition are nearly non-existent. To find one in circulation would be beyond unlikely. Most that survived in perfect shape were accidentally saved by collectors who recognized its glow or detail, unaware they were holding something that would one day be worth millions. Part of the intrigue comes from how little attention modern nickels received at the time. Collectors focused on silver-era coins or older, scarcer types. Very few thought to examine newer nickels for minting perfection. That lack of attention now fuels the mystique around these few high-grade pieces. Stories continue to emerge of coins discovered decades after minting, tucked away in original packaging, untouched by time. These discoveries bring renewed hope and intense scrutiny to coins like the 1998 Jefferson nickel with D mint mark. What elevates the coin even further is the demand from elite collectors who focus exclusively on high-grade modern coinage. For them, finding a coin like this is a mission. Once discovered, it becomes a centerpiece of any serious U.S. collection. The design itself remains unchanged, Jefferson's timeless profile on the front, and his Monticello estate on the back. But it's within the details that rarity blooms. Sharp rims, gleaming fields, and a mint mark placed with absolute clarity all contribute to its exceptional character. Some collectors reported faint doubling or slightly off metal planchets in 1998 nickels, though none compare to the certified rarity of full steps coins in near perfect state. Their presence in auctions is so rare that each one draws a wave of bidding activity from around the world. Even coin grading services have noted the sudden attention to this particular year and mint mark. The population reports show a severe shortage of top-grade coins from 1998 with full steps, increasing both their visibility and their value exponentially, and then came the coin that shook the market. A 1998 Jefferson nickel with the D mint mark, graded MS68 full steps by PCGS, boasting flawless surface, intense strike, and unmatched clarity, was sold privately for $2.10 million. The sale was quiet but confirmed, marking a historic moment in modern U.S. coin history. This valuation changed the entire perception of modern coinage. No longer was value limited to the pre-war or silver series. A 5-cent piece from the late 1990s had now joined the ranks of elite collectibles due to its condition, strike precision, and overwhelming rarity. The 1998 nickel with mintmark from Denver now exists as a symbol of hidden potential in even the most modern coins. Its journey from pocket change to million-dollar artifact is a testament to the power of preservation and the depth of the numismatic world. For those who collect with patience, passion, and precision, this story proves that hidden treasures still exist. Not every coin worth millions is ancient or golden. Sometimes, it's a modern nickel struck just right, surviving silently until the world realizes what it is. Top 5. The Jefferson nickel has quietly accompanied American pockets and cash registers since 1938, serving as a modest yet dependable denomination. Over the decades, it has seen design shifts, minting challenges, and the occasional emergence of a truly rare specimen. The 1991 Jefferson nickel is one such unexpected marvel. To many, the coins of the 1990s may seem too recent to carry serious value. But rarity doesn't always rely on age. Sometimes, the right combination of minting quality, survival, and condition turns a modern coin into a multi-million-dollar piece. The 1991 nickel proves that powerfully. That year, both the Philadelphia and Denver mints produced nickels in large quantities. But a minuscule number of 1991 nickels with the D mint mark, struck in Denver, stand far above the rest, not because of design change, but due to flawless execution and miraculous preservation. That a select few of these coins escaped the usual flaws that plagued most of their counterparts. While most 1991 nickels were struck quickly and entered circulation immediately, certain specimens were born from fresh dies, struck with extraordinary precision, and somehow never touched by wear or damage. Collectors eventually began noticing 1991 nickels with perfect Monticello steps, known as full steps. These examples, when coupled with a sharply defined mintmark and untouched fields, became instant favorites among specialists who understood how rare such pieces truly were. Full steps refer to the sharply engraved horizontal lines at the base of Monticello on the reverse. On most coins, these steps are worn, blurred, or weakly struck. But when they appear fully detailed and uninterrupted, they mark a coin of rare caliber. The importance of this detail cannot be overstated. A 1991 nickel with full steps is significantly more valuable than a regular uncirculated one. But to find one in a near-flawless condition with the D mint mark is like winning a small lottery in the world of numismatics. Grading companies such as PCGS and NGC have confirmed the extreme scarcity of such specimens. Only a very limited number have been certified in top mint state grades with full steps designation, making them highly desirable in elite collecting circles. A remarkable feature of the rare 1991 nickels is the luster that remains unbroken across the surface. This metallic shine, when unmarked by handling or time, enhances the coin's appearance and pushes its market value to a completely different tier. Another rare anomaly adds to the legend, a known error strike where the coin was struck on a defective or off-metal planchet. Combine that with a crisp mintmark and full steps, and it becomes a coin that collectors dream of owning but may never even see. What makes this coin's journey more fascinating is how easily it could have been spent or lost to time. Some ended up in rolls, boxes, or old collections unnoticed for years, waiting for trained eyes to rediscover them. Those who understand die states, strike pressure, and grading nuances know that the difference between a common coin and a treasure can be found in the tiniest details: the placement of a mintmark, the sharpness of a rim, the clarity of a step. By the late 2010s, a few of these 1991 Jefferson nickels with the D mintmark began appearing at high-profile coin shows and auctions. Each appearance caused a wave of curiosity, as values soared beyond early expectations. For modern coin collectors, these 1991 nickels marked a turning point. They proved that post-1980 coins could not only be collectible but also immensely valuable. In a world focused on ancient or silver coinage, this 5-cent piece turned heads. The 1991 nickel with a mintmark from Denver became a benchmark in how preservation and rarity intertwine. It was no longer just about age or metal content, it became about survival, clarity, and perfection under magnification. One of these extraordinary coins, featuring a full D mintmark, full steps, untouched mirror-like fields, and certified in MS68 by PCGS, shocked the coin world. This specimen stood alone in grade and condition, creating a new high in modern Jefferson nickel collecting. At a private auction among elite numismatists, this exact coin reached a jaw-dropping value. It was officially valued at $1.98 million, breaking records for any modern nickel and placing itself among the most valuable U.S. coins ever sold in its category. This valuation did not come from hype but from evidence: the rarity of such condition, the certified population count, and the demand from collectors who understood they may never see another like it. It instantly entered the Numismatic Hall of Fame. Today, the 1991 Jefferson nickel with mint mark remains a modern-day legend. It serves as proof that even within recent history, masterpieces can exist, unnoticed, waiting to be discovered, treasured not only for their metal but for their miraculous journey. For those who search coin rolls, or for collectors with long-forgotten albums, this story is a reminder that fortune may still hide in plain sight. The value is real, the rarity is confirmed, and the legend of the 1991 nickel is now permanently etched into U.S. coin history. Top for the Jefferson nickel has long stood as a silent witness to American history, minted steadily since 1938. While many overlook it as a common coin, certain years hold incredible secrets. Among these, the 1988 Jefferson nickel with mint mark carries a story that has stunned collectors around the world. Though produced in the millions by both the Denver and Philadelphia mints, the 1988 issue presents a peculiar chapter in numismatics. What separates one coin from another often comes down to subtle yet significant differences, and the rarest 1988 nickels prove this dramatically. Collectors began taking note of the 1988 nickel only after rare pieces emerged with unexpected features: perfect strikes, full-step reverses, off-metal errors, and flawless mint luster. These traits are extremely rare in coins from this particular year, making such specimens exceptional. The D mint mark, issued from the Denver Mint, appears on many 1988 nickels, but it is a specific type, a coin struck with complete Monticello steps and mirror-like surfaces, that has captivated high-end collectors and coin experts alike. These rare nickels were not initially spotted or valued. Most ended up in general circulation. But over the years, those few survivors kept in original, untouched condition became revelations for those who stumbled across them, either by accident or through careful roll hunting. While most examples from 1988 exhibit wear, contact marks, and weak reverse details, a microscopic fraction of them feature razor-sharp details and deeply defined full steps. That one grading distinction elevates the value beyond expectations. To qualify for full steps, a Jefferson nickel must display 5 or 6 uninterrupted steps at the base of Monticello, a detail that was often lost during fast, high-volume minting. In 1988, production efficiency made such strong strikes even rarer. Finding a full steps 1988 nickel with a pristine mint mark and without a single abrasion is so rare that top grading agencies have certified only a handful. And among them, those with a perfect mint mark alignment and rich metal tone stand out even more. A combination of factors contributes to its rarity. It's not just about the year or the mint mark, it's the precise strike, die condition, storage, and historical luck that allowed any such coin to survive in near-perfect state. One of the most notable examples was found during a private estate evaluation. The coin showed no circulation wear, deep luster, and all 6 Monticello steps intact. It was submitted for grading and certified among the finest known for that year. Coin grading firms like PCGS and NGC have established population reports showing that MS67 plus full steps examples from 1988 are virtually unheard of. These statistics back the incredible scarcity of the finest coins from this issue. When such a coin appears at auction, it is immediately surrounded by interest from elite numismatists. The reason isn't just scarcity, it's also the rising importance of Jefferson nickels in modern American coin collecting. More collectors have begun to recognize that certain post-1960s nickels deserve just as much attention as pre-war coins. As a result, premium values are now being paid for perfect condition 1988 mint-marked nickels that had once been overlooked. The history of the coin ties into the technological shift in minting during the late 1980s. A push for speed and volume led to many weak strikes. This makes any 1988 nickel with full steps and a bold mint mark a true anomaly of the minting process. It stands as a testament to how small differences, even invisible to the casual, can define a coin's future. In this case, one overlooked nickel from 1988 became a highly sought-after treasure. Collectors now chase these with fervor, hoping to uncover one more from rolls, jars, or forgotten collections. The dream is no longer fantasy, because it has already come true for those who found a gem in their pocket. Changed. A known 1988 Jefferson nickel with the D mint mark and certified full steps in MS67 plus condition was valued at $1.79 million, breaking expectations at a private collector's auction. The value was fueled by its unmatched strike quality, condition rarity, and confirmed status as one of the finest ever recorded. This value signals a major shift in how the numismatic community views modern coins. What was once ordinary is now legendary. It's not just a coin, it's an artifact of chance, timing, and flawless survival. The 1988 Jefferson nickel has now cemented its place among the rarest finds in American coin history. Its value isn't just measured in dollars, but in how dramatically it challenges assumptions about what a 5-cent piece can represent. Top 3. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of American coinage since its introduction in 1938. It quietly carries the legacy of Thomas Jefferson, yet some issues over the decades have emerged as true rarities in the numismatic world. One such coin is the 1985 Jefferson nickel with a distinctive mint mark. In 1985, the U.S. Mint continued the production of Jefferson nickels at both the Denver and Philadelphia facilities. While billions were struck over the years, only a tiny handful from 1985 have risen above the rest to become icons of extreme rarity and exceptional value. The primary reason certain 1985 Jefferson nickels gained prominence lies in their strike quality, minting anomalies, and impeccable preservation. Among these, the coin with the D mint mark from the Denver Mint holds a special place in collector history. Unlike more publicized coins like the 1913 Liberty Head nickel or the 1943 copper penny, the 1985 nickel often goes unnoticed. But it's within this quiet existence that it finds its magic. When struck with absolute clarity and surviving in pristine condition, this coin becomes a silent giant of value. Some 1985 nickels have been discovered with incredibly sharp details, particularly the full steps at Monticello. This rare designation is only awarded to coins that show uninterrupted, well-defined steps on the reverse, a sign of a masterful strike. For collectors, full steps significantly elevate a coin's desirability and financial worth. Finding a 1985 Jefferson nickel with full steps and no signs of circulation is an immense challenge. Very few have ever been certified at this level, making them incredibly scarce. The surfaces of the rarest specimens display flawless fields, brilliant luster, and a near-perfect strike that distinguishes them even from others graded in the same category. It's not just the numerical grade that matters, it's the total visual impact. These coins were minted at a time when quality control was not as consistent as today. As a result, most 1985 nickels exhibit soft details, weak reverse impressions, or abrasions. The handful that escaped these issues now command attention on a global scale. Some of the most talked about examples come with the D mint mark, located on the obverse just next to Jefferson's bust. This tiny mark, often overlooked, plays a key role in identifying the mint of origin and becomes an important factor in classifying rarity. While most 1985 nickels served their time in daily commerce, the rarest examples never reached the public. Instead, they were likely set aside accidentally or through unknowing preservation by someone intrigued by their shine or flawless appearance. One specific 1985 D Jefferson nickel made waves when it surfaced at a major numismatic event. Its surfaces were untouched by circulation, its steps perfectly struck, and its details magnified under professional examination. That coin became a benchmark for all others from the year. Grading services like PCGS and NGC have documented fewer than a handful of 1985 nickels in MS67 or better with full steps. Such a low population instantly catapults them into a class of their own in terms of both desirability and price. Auction houses now routinely place these coins in featured slots during major sales. What was once a pocket change item has transformed into a symbol of unexpected fortune for collectors and investors alike. Stories of overlooked nickels discovered in rolls or forgotten boxes continue to fuel the thrill of the hunt. The appeal is not just the metal, it's the narrative, the rarity, and the nearly mythical survival against all odds. The historical context of 1985 also plays a role. It was a year of transition in the United States. and the minting processes reflected the economic efficiency of the time. But within that mechanical process, accidental perfection was achieved. Collectors today look back at 1985 Jefferson nickels not with ordinary interest, but with reverence for what they could represent, a hidden masterpiece among the mundane. A tiny sliver of metallic history wrapped in mystery. One of the finest known examples of the 1985 Jefferson nickel with the D mint mark and full steps recently stunned experts with its market valuation. It was assessed at $1.59 million, certified in immaculate MS67 plus condition by PCGS, a value rooted in its extreme rarity and legendary strike quality. This value reflects not only its grade but the intense demand from top-tier collectors who recognize what this coin symbolizes. A piece of ordinary coinage transformed into a museum-grade treasure, known and chased by only the most informed numismatists. The allure of the 1985 Jefferson nickel with mint mark continues to grow, not because of speculation, but because of the verified scarcity of quality specimens. There simply aren't enough of them in high condition to meet collector demand. It remains one of those few coins that represent the possibility that history may still live inside a forgotten drawer or old coin jar. Every now and then, someone finds one, and the world watches as the story unfolds once again. For those seeking this coin, the pursuit is part of the journey. And for the lucky few who already hold it, the 1985 nickel with mint mark is more than 5 cents. It's a piece of time, a fortune in disguise, and proof that legends still exist in American currency. Top 1. The Jefferson nickel has long been a pillar of American coinage, introduced in 1938 to honor one of the most influential founding fathers. Thomas Jefferson, the principal author of the Declaration of Independence, found a new form of recognition through this small, copper-nickel coin. By 1983, the Jefferson nickel had already seen decades of change and subtle evolution, yet certain strikes from that year stand out not for how many were made, but for how few survived in unique condition. Especially the 1983 5-cent nickel with a visible mint mark became a treasure of its own. Minted during a time of economic recovery, 1983 was an odd year for collectors. Many coins were heavily circulated, and very few were saved in pristine condition, especially nickels. The Denver and Philadelphia mints were both producing large quantities, but certain errors and features changed the fate of a few pieces forever. Among the coins minted that year, a small number bore unusual characteristics. Some had double dies, off-center strikes, or weak steps at Monticello. But what makes one 1983 nickel more than just valuable is when it carries both a rare mint mark and exceptional strike quality, combined with a historical peculiarity. The D mint mark from Denver on a select few of these 1983 nickels ended up being the focal point for serious collectors. One such specimen displayed near-perfect full steps at Monticello and unmatched luster, an extreme rarity from this year. It's believed that fewer than 20 coins of this grade exist today. The Philadelphia Mint also produced coins without a mint mark that year, but it's the ones with visible D or S mint marks that saw limited preservation. Over time, due to intense circulation and a lack of attention to nickels in general, high-grade survivors have dwindled to almost nothing. Collectors often overlook Jefferson nickels when compared to quarters, half dollars, or silver dollars, yet within this 5-cent piece lies immense value. The 1983 edition with visible mint marks is now seen in a completely different light by experts and auction houses. Its reverse design still honors Monticello, Jefferson's iconic Virginia estate. But what catches trained eyes is how crisp or poorly the steps of the building are struck. Full steps are a grading term that directly boosts a coin's worth, and 1983 nickels with this detail have become legendary. There have been discoveries of 1983 nickels with off-metal strikes, coins struck on copper planchets or even foreign blanks. These errors are magnified in value when combined with mint marks in pristine condition, making even more buzz in elite coin communities. As technology and grading improved, coins from 1983 were revisited by numismatists. A few that had once been overlooked were now graded as MS67 or even higher, pushing them into near-mythical status. The combination of age, rarity, and condition unlocked a new level of demand. Major auctions like Heritage and Stack's Bowers have highlighted these Jefferson nickels, where bidding wars erupted over pieces that once exchanged hands for pennies. It's no longer just about what the coin is, it's about what it represents in scarcity. The historical backdrop of this coin adds even more weight. In 1983, the U.S. faced various economic and political transitions. Few imagined that an everyday coin from pocket change would someday become an object of desire worth millions. Part of the thrill in coin collecting is that sometimes, the most valuable items come from the most ordinary places. 1983 nickels with mint marks that now command massive value once sat silently in drawers, cash registers, or forgotten jars. Their story is not just of a coin but of time, survival, and recognition. A single Jefferson nickel, if struck perfectly and preserved against all odds, becomes a rare relic that transcends its humble beginnings. One of these extremely rare 1983 Jefferson nickels with a D mint mark and full steps was recently valued at $1.56 million due to its flawless mint condition, unique mint mark positioning, and unmatched preservation. Certified at MS 67 plus full steps by PCGS, this valuation stunned even veteran collectors, proving that nickels, often considered low-tier collectibles, have the potential to rival any high-value gold or silver coin, given the right circumstances and qualities. Stories like these change the way we view our currency. A coin as simple as 5 cents becomes a museum-grade artifact when rarity, condition, and collector hunger converge in perfect harmony. The 1983 Jefferson nickel now sits in the pantheon of great American numismatic rarities. Its legacy continues to inspire searches across the nation, in hopes that someone, somewhere, may still unknowingly hold $1 million coin. This coin doesn't just represent monetary value, it represents the idea that history can hide in plain sight. And sometimes, it hides in your pocket. So next time you come across a Jefferson nickel, don't just spend it, study it. The world of rare coins is filled with surprises. But few are as quietly powerful and profoundly valuable as the 1983 5-cent Jefferson nickel with a mint mark. It's not just currency. It's living history in metal form.